on your gravesite. Make a space cake while your soul feeds my appetite. Conjure up inventions, divine intervention will put the strange tension in animated suspension. Barracks to the trenches, stench of genocide. Ethnic cleansing in the same land as apartheid. Decisions form from Supreme Court sessions. Judges cast spells through hypnotic suggestion. Make you plead guilty, fix the unbearable. If you get parole, the defamation's irreparable. This profession all wanna lead the procession. Your intentions go through biological depression. Fold your neighborhood till the block is secure. Your fam resembles origami caricatures. Vehement melodies, vehicular energy that will drive your spirit through any extremity. The K or S contradiction with no answer. Smoke a stove while I find the cure for lung cancer. Your whole purpose in life to educate the youth. When you fertilize the seeds, I rip them out through the roots. Take the kids to Yankee Stadium, see how I reach them. Catch a blowjob and a home run ball in the bleachers simultaneously. And I'ma make you see, if you ain't raising your kids, then I'ma do it for free. The greatest rapper of all time lives above in the sky. Greatest rapper did not die on March 9th. Greatest rapper of all time is God. Where the fuck you think I get my inspiration and my rhyme style from? The greatest rapper of all, the greatest rapper of all, the greatest rapper of all, the greatest rapper of all. Rhyme style, rhyme style, rhyme style, rhyme style from. Predatory avalanche makes you half the man your cross-dressing teacher was at the kindergarten dance. When I was young, tortoise in the hair was immaculate. Nowadays my tongue won't race unless it's with a javelin thrown by Pedro Martinez at Fenway. Pens play till I smack him out the park. Parachute on runways, too big for your britches. Still scratch where it itches. By the second inning you've thrown 112 pitches. David Blaine with words, how'd I pull the stunt? You could've figured it out if you watched me more than once. Lullabies are ostracized, still leave you sedated. Try and step upon this land of literary natives. Surround the boundaries with pencils made of fiberglass. Your loose leaf ships a bullseye, they won't detect the seismographs. Pulling arrows out my mouth, sharpened to perfection. Your adjectives will walk the plank, total insurrection. You wear a crown, but my utopia will make you flip. The king in a ruthless totalitarian dictatorship. Celebrities lack integrity, they obnoxious. Forget fighting on lands, God, let's take it to the cockpits. Better check your altitude and your wind velocity. My style alone is a human rights atrocity. Side one is hit your blind side, legacy ends. Now you're JFK's son, you'll never fly a plane again. The greatest rapper of all time lives above in the sky. Greatest rapper did not die on March 9th. Greatest rapper of all time is God. Where the fuck you think I get my inspiration and my rhyme style from? The greatest rapper of all, the greatest rapper of all, the greatest rapper of all, the greatest rapper of all. Rhyme style, rhyme style, rhyme style, rhyme style from. Step out the door, 2 feet from the floor, crawling to the fresh air with a bunch of cold sores, more so than not. My torso goes through unbearable shock. My blood no longer clots, systematic undertones and medical terms spewed by geniuses with no bedside manner. I didn't wanna be here today, but when I walked down the stairs, it was like I just had to share. And you don't have to care, I know you really don't. You say the medicine helps, but it really won't. It's just placebos to kill the pain in my subconscious park. Turmoil that nonsense brought, I gotta give to what I feel in the present. The joy I should encompass, I see it in remnants. A little bit here, a little bit on birthdays, when I'm reminded I was born in the first. Now I can't feel, can't touch, can't hold, can't want, can't see, can't free, can't find, can't be, can't feel, can't touch, can't hold, can't want, can't see, can't free, can't find, can't. Now I can't feel, can't touch, can't hold, can't want, can't see, can't free, can't find, can't be, can't feel, can't touch, can't hold, can't want, can't see, can't free, can't find, can't be. Some say it stems back to my lifelong worries. If you ask me, I think it had to be hereditary. If I wasn't meant to worry, the aches in my joints that stiff sniffing wouldn't tell me that I have to hurry to the closest clinic, filled with cynics and skeptics who treat my complaints as decrepit. Seek the best treatment, don't have the coverage. Never was the most favorite, I'm just pondering. And things would have been different, I could have made a difference. Now it just lost my interest. What's interesting, I manifested this hardship ever since I couldn't go to college. No financial aid, so now I seek solace in achieving a new form of stardom, where nurses know you on a first name basis. Don't matter the shift, I recognize the faces. Now I can't feel, can't touch, can't hold, can't want, can't see, can't free, can't find, can't be, can't feel, can't touch, can't hold, can't want, can't see, can't free, can't find, can't be. Now I can't feel, can't touch, can't hold, can't want, can't see, can't free, can't find, can't be, can't feel, can't touch, can't hold, can't want, can't see, can't free, can't find, can't be. Here we are back again for another visit. Hey mister, could you take a look at this blister in my left arm? I think it caused a fever last evening. Now I have trouble with my breathing. You're leaving, why? Is it too complicated? I'm through conversating. Admit me as a patient, time is just wasting. What did they teach you? To be cold-hearted? So how do I reach you? Oh, you wanna see my file? That's more like it. I've been here so much, you're probably psychic. Now come the wisecracks, exposing my privates. Nurses start giggling, feel like a sidekick. Now you wanna send me to the 4th floor, down a dark corridor, where I end up in the mental ward. See a therapist, so I'm spun like a laundromat. So he would tell me I'm just a hypochondriac. I feel maladjusted, disgusted by these discussions, cause every time I think I suffer another concussion. A condescending descendant descending through the ash and replenishing my past with memories so heavenly. Tender invocations, invoking my right to splendor, provoking what I remember. A trust irrevocable, a boat full of immigrants looking for the perfect storm to short circuit the norm, so we wouldn't conform to uncivilized writings. I'm inviting a rise, I'm fighting the wise for trying to enlighten my mind. Enlightenment that was a fire, only meant to burn. All knowledge I've ascertained through any logical gain. My optical frame is fixated on the negated, a meditative stance to destroy a sagacious glance. And what is intelligence if the education is decadent? What is discipline if I disagree with the regimen? Hesitant to obey when every teaching is great, just hazy without the fog, which lately has made a state that is permanently stored in the firmaments. I ignore everything within my core opposite what I adore, a composite so impure that the tropics hear the roar, a tear that is torn from the well from which I was born. And hell is where I've gone. Every time I play the pawn, I pray for the dawn when I could just break this bond. Every promise is broken, college was just a joke, my knowledge was just a spoke without real alignment, real refinement. I'm either timeless or mindless, absent from the orientation made for kindness. Hip-hop ambassador with a flux capacitor, DeLorean specially made for valedictorians. At my convocation I had this conversation with a congregation, and they were just calmly stating how our Heavenly Father is the image of norm, but from a woman is where I was heavenly born. A remedy for every predator's lust, ahead of the dust that always wants to settle on top of the ground where I will be permanently placed. A funeral plot, yet with a tournament's grace. A victory lap, was it just a memory lapse? My memory traps the conscious as a consequence. A covenant is formed, but where is my relief? I tried the streets, all they do is escalate the beef. I meditate through sheets over corpses and reeves that are placed on top of graves to supplement the grief. I rip apart the leaves that fall from the autumn sky. A breeze against my face, but I wrote this in July. Does it mean that I'm too sober or maybe just too high? Neither, I just have this eternal urge to fly. of me here to a nail. The very hands that I used to write musical scales. Words born theatrical, climax dramatical. Brain surgeons can't understand, they took sabbaticals. Phonics on autopilot, deposit a photo finish of video projections. One man's conception, stop the deception. How at any cost I watch the reception. Saw many were lost, I keep smiling at pain. It's lethargic stance, a migraine, fighting aspirin, trying to advance. Backgammon strategies, backstabbing mastery, so what have you. Influence of sarcastic values. Few jokes were passed until my throat was thrashed. Brainwashed, force feeding more sorties, and feeling like a jockey when he sees his horse bleeding. The recipe was anarchy, it needed more seasoning. Method was Socratic, but it needed more reasoning. Conglomerate of logic, fiber optic with topics ranging from most obvious to least spotted, down to least jotted. Well, at least somebody got it. Calamities change the landscape to man-made lakes. From grand escape, meditate, extraterrestrial mates. Calamities change the landscape to man-made lakes. From grand escape, meditate, extraterrestrial mates. The Final Four tournament MVP. Final soul from calisthenics, expect more from me. A cauldron of scolding, bold-faced print legible. Whirlwind that's molding your face, squint several gesticulations emanating. Matriculation incinerating, the bastardization proliferating. I ain't waiting for angels that's playing Monopoly. The world's the board game, too long to be mocking me. Found the last piece to the puzzle, but it wouldn't fit. Found peace in a muzzle tailor-made for bachelorettes. Agony of passively pontificating savagery, coagulating with dissertations unimaginable. Containment is unfathomable, likeable to alien labor rights, not exercisable. Got a corporation limited liability. Now I manufacture oatmeal with codeine sprinkles that can fracture goat's grill. Now more teens mingle for the masturbation mucus that prohibits fertility. Spirituality, voice activated, Pentium job, digital sermon, God is in the hard drive. Electronic communication, tectonic affiliation. Emails change direction on the fault line. Now your transmission sent to the Pentagon receptionist. If I call you a coward, I was only being generous. Calamities change the landscape to man-made lakes. From grand escape, meditate, extraterrestrial mates. Calamities change the landscape to man-made lakes. From grand escape, meditate, extraterrestrial mates. Calamities change the landscape to man-made lakes. From grand escape, meditate, extraterrestrial mates. Calamities change the landscape to man-made lakes. From grand escape, meditate, extraterrestrial mates. The truth won't set you free, especially with lack of evidence. I didn't vote cause the booths were filled with pestilence. You closed the curtains, brainwash your algorithms with flashing lights and other mind control mechanisms. They make you vote for certain candidates, objects inanimate. Got my mom thinking that Republicans ain't blasphemous. A tragic notion set forth in satanic motion. Panic detracted from television shows The Chosen to occupy your leisure time. Books that seize the mind, hard to find on your shelf. Ancestry, define, refine your lineage and study the great periods. Egyptian innovation plus every native Indian, from pyramid builders, adobe clay fixtures, peace pipe smoke so the chief could school sinners and maintain reform where everybody would listen. Sorta like the only working form of communism. You had a piece of your own until the migration, immigration, the cause that broke the foundation. Now politicians complain, stop letting people in. Same thing natives said when ships came through the wind. If the universe explodes into another space system, I guarantee greed, lust, roaches, and racism. Racism, roaches, lust, and greed, all a white Protestant president needs. Sociology will help you analyze the world from psychology to help you analyze the the mind's pearls of politics. For the politics up in the system, in science and mathematics to fortify the wisdom. Sociology will help you analyze the world. Some psychology to help you analyze the mind's pearls of politics. For the politics up in the system, in science and mathematics to fortify the wisdom. I got a legit interest to sever the head of vengeance. Revenge becomes a prison where you serve a life sentence. In the sea of security, I swim towards the purity, a point where my progression coincides with maturity. Engulfed by massive waves, screaming at me to be brave. And the beast cannot behave when it's shackled and enslaved. The grave danger locked within the annals of anger. How can I place the blame when my own shadow is a stranger? Change the course of time. My professor was a cuckoo clock that taught 2 hours later than class was supposed to start. So I was a step behind, mentally, fundamentally, coincidentally. The best of me was meant to be. Regardless of the path, I chose the steps to walk upon. Stalk upon these monuments, this country that was built upon. Spray paint the tyranny, thoughts in multiplicity. Enough to tame the lion, but the consequences misery. Capitalism needs to have poor people. You could overthrow the system, but I'd hate to see the sequel. So you could try to change or keep complaining. In the end, Allah's the only one that will need explaining. Sociology will help you analyze the world. Some psychology to help you analyze the mind's pearls. Some politics for the politics up in the system, in science and mathematics to fortify the wisdom. Sociology will help you analyze the world. Some psychology to help you analyze the mind's pearls. Some politics for the politics up in the system, in science and mathematics to fortify the wisdom. Changing, never ranging from bad to worse. I have this thirst to sever the lever of gaining. If you stop the grading, I will stop complaining. If you stop constraining, I will stop berating. I just wanna evolve, expand and revolve. You just wanna distort, dilute and dissolve. I once had the gall to say I'd break your fall, then let you fall off the edge of the castle wall. The casting call was limited to thin gimmicks that had me livid enough to be more vivid. An abundance of substance, my inventory, end of the story, cause you never saw me coming. Vocabulary alone is my adversary's thorn, a badge that's duly worn through every country that's torn. Make restitution through vocal contribution, not convoluted like the draft of the Constitution. Corner store soliloquies, colloquialism appropriate for a system bombarded with prisons. A proper incision made with a surgeon's precision. I should've just listened to those that had the least, with strong family ties, cause they had the least, while those that drive Porsches only have the least. Threw my wrath in the cage so I could face the beast and find a life-size mirror that was facing me. My family tree, a string of broken marriages and broken carriages for babies that ain't strolling. Fell off to the side, mom never noticed, she kept rolling. It ain't my fault, dad never noticed, he kept scolding. I can't be changed, ex never noticed, she kept molding. Cocaine kills, brother took notice and stopped snorting. My family tree, a string of broken marriages and broken carriages for babies that ain't strolling. On the threshold of self-worth, my net worth hurts. Best goal for a pessimist to never make it work. Forsaken by the clerks who never bag my groceries, or egg carton of hopelessness, how it's supposed to be. Flurry of mass consumption, crass assumptions, worries. Brand new conjunction from rent control to rosary. Struggle with not struggling, juggling temptation. Archaeologists won't find their souls on excavations. Situation based on misconceptions embraced, embedded by sunshine which eclipse the moon's face without a scepter. A prince is physically challenged, a mental impairment, cause scepters lack balance. False sense of security, capital of massacre, idolized by fools addicted to the disaster. Plaster breaks apart, The seams appear loose. Everybody wants the biggest piece, nobody wants a truce. A truce which brings peace of mind, not piece of the pie. For every piece that I eat, my tender heart begins to cry. For every piece that I share, my heart puts up a shield. It's a matter of time before beggars start to steal. For every piece that I hold, so there's someone to trust. The pie becomes stale and rots to the very crust. So where's my inner peace? Why should I wait till my grave? It's a shame when peace goes cold, it can't be placed in a microwave. My family tree, a string of broken marriages and broken carriages for babies that ain't strolling. Fell off to the side, mom never noticed, she kept rolling. It ain't my fault, dad never noticed, he kept scolding. I can't be changed, ex never noticed, she kept molding. Cocaine kills, brother took notice and stopped snorting. My family tree, a string of broken marriages and broken carriages for babies that ain't strolling. My family tree, a string of broken marriages and broken carriages for babies that ain't stolen. Fell off to the side, mom never noticed, she kept rolling. It ain't my fault, dad never noticed, he kept scolding. I can't be changed, ex never noticed, she kept molding. Cocaine kills, brother took notice and stopped snorting. My family tree, a string of broken marriages and broken carriages for babies that ain't strolling. Light, stop sign, high beaming headlights. Acura cut me off right before the red light. Middle lane rims, I couldn't tell the inches. Got more vexed cause Sinatra was bumping out his system. Windows lightly tinted for a screen to the T. License plate with neon lights that spelled out G-O-D. This cat either spiritual or got a big ego. Just an old man reliving his youth and libido. I would've let it slide if he didn't rev his engine like he got something to prove. And love the taste of tension, my mind was sorta dented. It wasn't intended, I just caught a ticket. My license might get suspended. Atmosphere was sizzling, mind felt congested. Opening my door, Acura made an impression. Had me walking to his ride, hit the gas pedal, smoke flew in my eyes. I'm tearing, nerves unsettled. About to bash his tints out, turned into a pinto. Smashed my elbow even harder against his driver's side window. Saw a crack in the center, engine shut off. The door clicked open, suddenly my dick was sore. Blood wasn't flowing, adrenaline wasn't rushing. Consequences set in, worst fear was a concussion. Saw the hand come out the door, balled up in a fist. So I kicked the door in till it banged against his wrist. Swung the door open, grabbed his wrist like it was broken. Grinding his teeth, almost all his nostrils were smoking. This cat, kinda short like he needed a high chair, but kinda stocky. Turned his head until both the eyes stare. Look at one another, only for me to discover a piece tucked in his holster. He didn't bother to cover. Showed it off, didn't reach. Think I broke a shooting hand. Had the advantage, but I'm working it without a plan. Pull back, kick his face, head hit the stereo. Volume went up, switch the disc to Barry Manilow. At deafening levels, no bass, nothing but trouble. So I kicked the system in. The station changed the metal, getting me amped, swung on him. Hey, turn that shit down, couldn't hear. Knocked unconscious, threw him to the fucking ground. Found the power button, it wouldn't work. I broke the slate, checked the rear view, saw a lady copying my license plate. Then she sped off, but I knew I wouldn't catch her. If I didn't hurry up, I'd be the one getting captured. So I checked the glove compartment, then I wasn't sure. Found an ID, the front said to protect and to serve. Opened it up, it had a badge and a shield. Now I noticed all these cars passing by. How did they feel? Kinda disgusted, peeking at all the bystanders. One had a cell phone on, another video camera, taping the incident. I'm belligerent and deadly. Grabbed a piece from the holster, cocked back on Betsy, bucking shots at the street till the camera dropped. People scattering, no one blinked. Step on the block, stomped the camera to pieces. Got back in my ride, stepped on the pedal, spitting, fled to the outside, fleeing the scene. Till my right tire made a thump, ran over the cop, said, was I really that drunk? After the ticket, stopped to get some Hennessy. Down the bottle too fast, that was the end of me. And so she left me destitute. It was more than the fact that she was cute. Something in my mind that I can't compute. Every time I think about it, the thoughts rebuke. When she crosses my path all alone at night, got the chills in my bones, something's wrong tonight. Need more than the lust, can't trust her right. Look at her in the morning, a disgusted sight. Sometimes it leaves me flabbergasted. No disguise in the world could even mask it. I would ask my savior for compassion, but I do need a favor to contain the passion. My thoughts collapsing, what am I asking? Please make her go to where she's welcome. Please make her grow without my income. Please make me grow out from the syndrome. So can you help me? Somebody help me. Someone that's been there, that'll go there. Someone that gives a damn, one that cares about my soul, life and welfare. So can you help me? Somebody help me. Someone that's been there, that'll go there. Someone that gives a damn, one that cares about my soul, life and welfare. And so she left me traumatized. So many people so quick to chastise, so many so quick to spread their advice, till I let them all in on a little surprise. I let them all know I'm just a victim. I accept the fact that I've made my prison. I accept the fact that my grave's the wisdom I left behind so I could cherish the rhythm, the merits to her lovely system. I wish I could have been just forced to listen. And I know everything comes with a price. When I get married there won't be no rights. When I get divorced it won't be a slice. When I take a risk there won't be no dice. Now I've used up all my assistance, little too late to build resistance. So can you help me? Somebody help me. Someone that's been there, that'll go there. Someone that gives a damn, one that cares about my soul, life and welfare. So can you help me? Somebody help me. Someone that's been there, that'll go there. Someone that gives a damn, one that cares about my soul, life and welfare. And so she's left me coughing blood. My throat is sore from all her love. My jacket smells cause of her grace. My girl notices when we embrace. Made me realize that I got a crush. Can't even count how many lives she's crushed. So I tell myself this has got to stop. So I train myself whether like it or not. Unchain myself from all these thoughts. Don't wanna suffer like those that were caught. Nothing but pain that a love is brought. The kind that stains your lungs and heart. The kind that churns my uncle's strife. That I see in the tears of my uncle's wife. Now it costs 5 bones for black licorice. Still won't keep me from my cigarettes. stir trouble, leave spectators befuddled. When I freestyle, I run the offense with a no huddle. My studious peers amazed I'm on the dean's list. I tell them Pops owns a sweatshop, Mom's is the seamstress. Born through immaculate conception, how I get them better than telling them I'm a genius with imperfections. If I abolish Congress, fulfill every promise, I still won't hit my peak. I'm always a work in progress. Check the table of contents, footnotes and index, bibliography and all the graphs in the appendix. Smallest microscope can't determine what's inside of me. How I praise my heritage and redefine the ivory. Take advantage what I'm born with, leave devil scorn, kid. Get my people out of poverty, ghettos aborted. Can't do it myself, I'll need a little help. And if no one comes, my screams will shrivel to a yelp. A grim fairy tale with $1 million bill. If you behold a pale horse, then part of you has failed. I believe in aliens, but that's not concerning me. More worried what they'll use as a national emergency. Won't be exaggerated or exacerbated. It will be masqueraded until you're lacerated. When I mark you with the letter V, you will feel the anguish. It stands for my victory and the fact you've been vanquished. Now they call him Brother X, they call me Brother Lee. How can it be so easy? Well, I guess it just is. You can call him a genius, call me a whiz. If you call us top villain, then you need to ask is. Spread like genealogies over this barren land. Without fertile soil, impossible to feed the caravan. Uncivilized angels, broken wings with blisters, in need of paramedics whenever the critics whisper. Desecrate your universe, my specialization. Express your views if you want a misinterpretation. My slang cures the famished, collective dexterity. The recipe to destiny involves a penalty, not a predetermined fate. When you know your rest in place, color of the coffin, time of your expiration date, AM or PM. They hold you accountable. Degenerates preach sin till it's insurmountable, while your gratitude's behind walls of evil sentiments. With the guidance of an elder, this mic is sensuous. Maintain the passion plus damage your posture. A metamorphosis only understood by Kafka. How can you worry me? You just pester thoroughly. Live in recklessness, your cops admire my dignity. The battle lines have been drawn, let the buyer beware. The stock on hope went public, wanna buy a few shares? It's elementary, my diction takes its natural course. Fear supplementary when the friction has a source. Jabbing your endorphins through each and every portion till you change your major from English to body contortion. Now they call him Brother X, they call me Brother Lee. How can it be so easy? Well, I guess it just is. You can call him a genius, call me a whiz. If you call us top villain, then you need to ask is. Take this journey through matter and space, never concerned with the germs that inhabit this place. Burn the sperm of the vermin in the master race. In return, every German wants me smacked in the face. All violence ever did was leave a bitter aftertaste. Take this voyage through a radical mind, which computers translate through mathematical signs, related back to those of the fanatical kind. See if they're willing to make this tyrannical crime, to destroy the dinosaurs of these mechanical times. Take this odyssey through glamour and fame. Anorexia becomes your answer to a name. Every child starts themselves and lives are not the same. The magazine cover brings nothing but shame. Forces women to feel like they're the ones to blame. Take this mission through halls of emergency rooms. Brief intermission, the walls of eternity's womb. Thieves disposition your soul improperly exhumed. So the Lord gives you hell's flat lines no longer still. If you fail the second time, it'll aggravate the wound. Take this pilgrimage to the top of a pyramid. Inhale the air that you share, it's where the spirits live. Those that protect the earth from the mean-spirited. Be considerate in ways that make it indicative. Our ancestors were much more than primitive. Take this expedition through the forest and trees, where the smoke from the traffic has infected the leaves. Carbon monoxide roam through the air that you breathe. Consequence for the simplicity we all seek. Testament to the sincerity we don't speak. Take this passage through a company's called the third world, separated from the lavish and capitalist world. Break into monarchies, disguised democracies. Most popular candidate won't sail the boat unless he collects the requisite electoral votes. Take this crusade through any $1,000,000 mansion. Reward is your image, happiness was the ransom. Your spouse, an American beauty, no compassion. The couch furniture has become a new passion. Your children live for the moment, cash is everlasting. Take this carriage through crevices, project tenements. It's a village in Ecuador, better residents where they walk with bare feet, clean water's a privilege. Inflation on the rise, 1 to 3 work full time. An Indian would kill for that shelter anytime. Take this examination, but hooking ain't the answer. Take this pop quiz, but cheating ain't the answer. Take this midterm, but clip notes ain't the answer. Take this ass whipping, but karate ain't the answer. If you didn't look within, you didn't find the cancer. Now her name is not important, and it was a college semester where I should've just proceeded with caution. During the spring, think it was sociology class, group project presentation. Thought she was crass upon first impression, had that engagement ring with her nose to the sky like enslavement was a thing. Yet she thought the same of me, and then it came to be. She was half Ecuadorian, cool, the same as me. Wasn't trained to see that the spotlight was not right. Fiancé, out of state relationship, not tight. She's the type of girl that wasn't single for long after breakup. Very easy for her to move on. We spent time on this project without the other members. One had baseball practice, other work delicatessen, and our break would be a stroll up and down the boardwalk off of Jones Beach Field 4, where we would talk. She'd tell me that she wasn't ready to settle down. My emotions flustered, had to tell them to settle down. So we would speak flirtatious on the telephone, gracious of the fact she was mixed and from the same oasis as my mother's domicile. I know it's been a while since a woman had me enchanted to stand in single file. She told me how she hated to be alone in the rain. Only matter time before she would go make that change. Pull up a chair, no, it's not hard to stare, but you don't wanna go near the serpent's lair, cause the vermin bites back, and the sermon writes that if you play with fire might not get your life back. Pull up a chair, no, it's not hard to stare, but you don't wanna go near the serpent's lair, cause the vermin bites back, and the sermon writes that if you play with fire might not get your life back. Now that change did come in a realization that to be married wouldn't be the best situation. She broke it off, her love wasn't strong enough. At this point I was right ready to call her bluff, until she told me she wouldn't jump into something. If she did, there was someone else that she was hunting. It was like I had second dibs, not easy to resist since we didn't get a chance at our first kiss. Maybe if her lips had touched she wouldn't hesitate, but she would've left minute she felt suffocated. In the end she got what she wanted, ended up going out with that very man that she hunted. Now I reminisce, wonder what was the purpose. Services rendered cause marriage had her nervous. So is that my calling to make her see she's falling into a pitfall where life had her stolen my end of the bargain to gain some discipline. No rebound fling would ever have me glistening. How can you trust a lady who was tempted by lust, who's ready to leave first sign chassis starts to rust? Now I found my soulmate, admit it wasn't easy, had to let it come to me. Chasing it had me queasy, so I hope that girl learned from our experience. I did, cause I took it a little more serious. Pull up a chair, no, it's not hard to stare, but you don't wanna go near the serpent's lair, cause the vermin bites back, and the serpent writes that if you play with fire, might not get your life back. Pull up a chair, no, it's not hard to stare, but you don't wanna go near the serpent's lair, cause the vermin bites back, and the serpent writes that if you play with fire, might not get your life back. The heart of darkness, spark, disembark on this marathon, the paragon of life's multilateral decathlon. Astronauts gaze at the tempest. My apprentice is a sentence that continues through the mouth of peasants. Pleasant, limitless for all my constituents. Barbiturates taken, prepare for the abrasion, invasion of death. The survivors turn patience, manifestation of crack self-mutilation. Genocide when my pen slide through oblivion. Within you hide from the cold vibe of the Caribbean. Tropical but palm trees burn within my thermos. Diabolical, I drink blood through a thermos. Vampire chronicles, and the only obstacle is your soul, but your common sense turns comical. Laughing from a bird's eye view without a clue. Seduced by the crew that play Aztecs and Jews. The less educated, the more manipulated. The more manipulated, the more incarcerated. The more incarcerated, and Farrakhan is waiting at the gates of hell where the free guest pass from Satan. Know who you follow, or swords you will swallow. Damnation is the repo, man, your soul was just borrowed. Know who you follow, or swords you will swallow. Damnation is the repo, man, your life was just borrowed. I don't really mind when the next man's writing, when your style is worse than a doctor's handwriting. I'm prescribing, reviving this dialogue. Diatribe, you should have died inside the alien womb. I don't really mind when the next man's writing, when your style is worse than a doctor's handwriting. I'm prescribing, reviving this dialogue. Diatribe, you should have died inside the alien womb. Bloody footprints, part of nature's sacrifice. Find me in the afterlife, gladly I will pass the pipe to you. Mythological type voodoo, negotiate crucial and leave diplomats neutral. Fruitful with the rhetoric and predicates are left delicate when placed in the hands of heretics. Medicine for a cyanide live serpent, perched in the Vatican behind closed curtains. Bourbon from the bourbon, cursing at the person, staring in the mirror at a life that's unfiltered. Couldn't save your people cause the gold cross glittered. Now you feel bitter, vomit fills the toilet shitter. The papacy held the world back from its sanity. Gravity levitates when God harms the planet. Panic is your detriment, words on my pyramids. My soul is a village locked in by steel tenements. Information junkie, wisdom be the regimen. Fuck a cure when my role model is a pessimist. Play it 40 times and you're looking for a message. I was raised by a woman but my girl thinks I'm sexist. I don't really mind when the next man's writing, when your style is worse than a doctor's handwriting. I'm prescribing, reviving this dialogue. Diatribe, you should have died inside the alien womb. ventriloquist that pulls strings with many personalities, who suffers from a disease called individuality. My thesis becomes a species at its pinnacle. Sentences congregate, you see myriads of miracles. Audio auxiliary, pilgrimage through misery. Kicked out destiny and create my own epiphany. In plain clothes, got the North Star in a stranglehold, like kicking a field goal. No shoes, mangled toes. Hold a symposium, no one's in attendance. Half-filled auditorium, podium looking pensive. So I speak for those that hear regardless of the headphones. I could never claim a throne, but I'll never stand alone on this threshold with baritones all cremated, chromosomes all sedated, mobile phones confiscated. Now you lost all means of vocal communication, manicuring your tongue with deadly ramifications. Now biodegradable hard drives won't validate. Laptop contractions start to exasperate. PMS penmanship cause menstrual migraine. Think like a chandelier, thoughts about the crack pain. Fill out my questionnaire, euphoria the grand prize. If you lose, bounty hunters start throwing out gang signs. Fill your ass with suppository, say around 9, make you do some handstands through a field of landmines. Face the ridicule, endangerment, constant bewilderment. The rules of engagement are same for the middleman. Does life imitate art, or art imitate life? Or exaggerates life at an aggravating price? Count minutes on the sundial, place them in the shade. Count days on the calendar till the next decade. Through a maze of vowels, numbers and ink blotches. No part of my mental apartment considered spotless. You the Teflon Dawn, bring your gats and start to clap them, cause it's Defcon One. I learned how to split the atom in the dark cavern. I possess the soul Latin, hieroglyphics are on the walls in horizontal patterns. The past becomes a prequel, the present to my sequel. The future becomes a preview of my historical review. Reach through transmissions of permanent premonitions. Rivals holographic, now everybody's bitching. Dehumanized faith through use of a phobia. Chop down conformity, I be the cornucopia of indifference, blended in with significance. Neurotransmitters will block out the belligerents. Hold passive chisels, spit sulfuric riddles. The Sphinx dumbfounded, answers stuck in the middle of playground perspectives. Childhood resurrected, innocence forgotten cause I'm used to deception. Gravitate through subways, windpipe underneath, and live through the Lord and sacrilegious loosely. You walk down timelines of vulnerability, got the cure to senility in lab facilities at unknown coordinates. Spark the eulogy, puffing at your funeral to start a mutiny. Crosses fly through the smoke, 3 points, you hit the casket like the WNBA, a 4th round draft pick. Face the ridicule, endangerment, constant bewilderment. The rules of engagement are same for the middleman. Does life imitate art, or art imitate life? Or exaggerates life at an aggravating price? Count minutes on the sundial, place them in the shade. Count days on the calendar till the next decade. Through a maze of vowels, numbers and ink blotches. No part of my mental apartment considered spotless. My kingdom exists in the ventricle, Lord. Behold the spectacle, several sentinels with symptoms so susceptible that clog your ambition. Rearrange tradition, a never-ending abyss that keeps bending with twists and turns till you learn there's no chance of surviving. 3003, please take my vocals and transcribe them. Use it in the sermons, take the instrumentals, play them while the bishop walks down the aisle of the temple. Hold my rhymes in the scroll. He starts to read the text till a burning sensation in his throat intercepts. A yellow foam comes out of his mouth, starts to gag while while the words fly out the page. Little kids start to grab for the verses, soar too high for them to reach, till the scroll is blank. Words in the air form a speech that glides on the instrumental, elegant grace, and blast through like trumpets before a chariot race. The crowd in a deep trance, one takes a discreet glance till the altar apparition starts to enhance his vision, while everyone just stares in the air, mesmerized by the sound so profound in its glare. Apparition speaks to him and says, recite the rhyme till you perfect the structure of the author's design, and spread the message to the populace of mankind by selling it on vinyl for $1.99. My kingdom exists in the arteries, Lord, behold the colony. Several monarchies with symptoms of grand larceny. Clog your polarity, rearrange morality. A never-ending fallacy keeps bending with anarchy and perjured dexterity. All its severity, 1003. Prince takes my vocals from the ministry. Use it for the royal speech. When you hear the horns, play along to the beat in its original form. Hold my rhymes in the scroll. He starts to read the text till his eyes begin to bleed through the retina's crest. Physically blind, screaming to anyone who could hear. Stretched out, grabbed till an apparition appears, tells him a treasure was stolen from heaven's crest, kept in a small ministry like evidence suppressed, and wasn't meant for the planet till 3003, when a young boy would be chosen as the vessel to be a DJ who b-boys, never learn to MC, who would learn to spread the word and set everybody free. Till then, anyone who steals the gospel will be cursed, from their firstborn till the bloodline is dispersed. So the people took heed and put it back where it belongs, down a tunnel in a basement next to a dad with songs, in a small little region on a rather big continent known as the South Bronx that reigns so dominant. Couldn't I be a painting on the wall, a statue, a building, a shopping mall? Can't you detect the pain in my voice when my heart's torn apart? I don't have a choice. Why couldn't I be something that's admired from a distance? I was born baptized by fire, chastised for my emotional capacity. Too sensitive for Big Apple's Academy. I've been given the award for most likely to commit suicide. That kind of strikes me, being in tune with everything I learned. All positive I turn into ashes for my urn. I could care less about your visual perception. All I do conjure refresh recollections that lead me to a tavern, searching for germs, prostitutes that pretend to be concerned. I don't wanna feel anymore. I wanna be a tree, a dresser, a snowboard. I wanna be a mountain, the grass, the ocean, anything to keep these emotions from boasting. I don't wanna feel anymore. I wanna be a tree, a dresser, a snowboard. I wanna be a mountain, the grass, the ocean, anything to keep these emotions from boasting. Find myself falling in love with chemicals, cause they don't attack me. Now I'm dependable. All these friendships no longer mendable. In my body there are no longer minerals, carcinogens, MDA, THC. I know it breaks me, cause the headaches are quakes that give me chill shakes, oh so silently. Catch a buzz, definition of sobriety. So don't lie to me, how I should appreciate. Fact, I think too much, I wanna deviate. So there's no analysis, no explanation. Can't find hibernation through meditation. This medication starts to wear thin. I develop a tolerance for all my sins. I develop a tolerance for all this gin. I would be hollering, but it wouldn't let me in. I don't wanna feel anymore. I wanna be a tree, a dresser, a snowboard. I wanna be a mountain, the grass, the ocean. Anything to keep these emotions from boasting. I don't wanna feel anymore. I wanna be a tree, a dresser, a snowboard. I wanna be a mountain, the grass, the ocean. Anything to keep these emotions from boasting. Can you let me into that big playground in the sky? Does it mean I have to lay down? So I sit still on this comfortable mattress in a piece, such a wonderful actress. Why would I go to heaven and feel kind? Why would I go to hell and I feel blind? Don't wanna feel, please just let me exist. Just wanna desist from this pain and bliss. These chains would have missed if I dug down in time. Ecstasy drain fluid from my spine, a matter of time before carbon monoxide fills up my garage. Damn, I forgot the ride. Don't own a car, implemented with scars. Battles never won, my organs in a jar. Don't know it yet, it'll hit me one day. I've been dead since I was born, letting myself decay. I don't wanna